Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more after word from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
The Indonesian government transferred.
One of the 3 U.S.-based Kingdom of Jesus Christ administrators has entered a plea deal in a U.S. trafficking case. According to court records, Marisa Dueñas admitted that from 2015 to 2020, there was an agreement between her and other KOJC members to commit marriage fraud. She would allegedly arrange marriages for certain Kingdom of Jesus Christ workers to marry other members who are U.S. citizens so they can stay in the U.S. Dueñas was arrested during the FBI's initial raid of the church's Van Nuys location in February 2020. She, along with co-defendants Gia Cabactulan and Amanda Estopare, all originally pled not guilty in their initial post-indictment arraignments at that time. The maximum sentence for the offense carries a 5-year prison sentence. KOJC founder Pastor Apollo Kibuloy is also wanted in the U.S. by the FBI for allegedly participating in the labor trafficking scheme that brought church members to the U.S. using fraudulent visas. These members were forced to solicit donations for a fake charity that funded the church's operations and leaders' lavish lifestyles. But the Philippine Justice Department says that there is no extradition request yet from the U.S. government. The DOJ also says the plea deal of Dueñas will be used in the trafficking case of Quiboloy.
Unless that is introduced here in our judicial system, it cannot have an official effect. Pero dahil nandiyan na yan, nasa media na yan, siyempre, gagamitin na yan ng ating mga prosecutor dahil alam nila na inadmit na po ng isang correspondent ni Kibuloy sa ibang jurisdiction. I'm sure they will attempt also to do the same here.
Senator Riza Ontiveros hopes Dueñas would be open to participating in their continuing investigation of abuses and criminal acts committed by Quiboloy.
Sa loob at labas ng bansa, palapit na ng palapit ang araw ng pagkamit ng hustisya para sa mga biktima ng krimen ni Apollo Kibuloy. The plea deal by Marisa Dueñas is a significant step towards securing accountability for Kibuloy's disturbingly long list of crimes here and abroad.
She also calls on the DOJ to extend all necessary legal assistance to any co-accused or any other person willing to cooperate towards attaining justice for the many women, children, and other victims of Quiboloy's crimes throughout the years. The detained pastor faces charges of child abuse and sexual abuse before the Quezon City Court and human trafficking before the Pasig Regional Trial Court. Quiboloy, who has filed his certificate of candidacy for senator, has repeatedly denied the allegations.
The Senate will look into the possible culpability of the Philippine National Police Intelligence Group in allowing Mary Ann Maslog to mediate the surrender of former Bambantarlac Mayor Alice Go and for letting her enter the PNP Custodial Center twice to talk to the dismissed official. In Tuesday's hearing, former Intelligence Group Officer in Charge Brigadier General Romeo Macapaz said he trusted Maslog, whom he has known since 2022.
Common sense mula sa isang mamamayan, hindi po acceptable yung ganon. Kasi kaduda-duda yung taong yon. We're looking into their possible liability or otherwise yung kabuuang naging papel nila.
Senate President Francis Escudero agrees that the PNP needs to provide an explanation.
Mas dapat patawag siguro yung IG, yung mga intelligence officers natin na bakit pa siya pinaniniwalaan, bakit pa siya ginagamit.
ABS-CBN is still trying to get the comment of Macapaz, who is set to be invited to the next Senate hearing. Maslog, who is in the custody of the National Bureau of Investigation, will also be invited. Maslog is being linked to the 1998 textbook scam. She supposedly faked her death to avoid being charged and is now using the name Jessica Francisco.
Inimbita namin siya bilang resource person dahil soon or right after siya inaresto ng NBI, lumitaw sa sarili niyang mga statements na kilala daw niya si Guo Huaping, kilala daw niya si Mayor Kalugay. Hindi talaga kapani-paniwala yung mga pinagsasabi niya.
Professional con artist to at itong mga storyang lumalabas, ginagawa-gawa niya ito para makakuha ng atensyon. Dapat wag na siyang imbitahan dahil gugulo lang yung hearing at wala naman siya mabibigay na totoo. No?
Ontiveros, meanwhile, says the Department of Foreign Affairs is still coordinating with the Philippine Embassy in Thailand to be able to talk to Shi Zhejiang, the Chinese businessman who claimed he and Go are spies. Shi is imprisoned in Thailand. Ontiveros recently said she received information that Shi has a document which says a Yang brother is a Chinese spy. One of the Yangs referred to is Michael Yang, the presidential economic advisor of former President Rodrigo Duterte. There have been 15 hearings on POGOs. 9 of these centered on former Mayor Alice Go. According to Senator Risa Ontiveros, they will have one last hearing before closing the investigation. Go will no longer be given an executive session or closed-door meeting. Ontiveros confirmed that in their October 8 executive session, Go mentioned names which allegedly include Chinese pogo masterminds and Filipinos who helped her escape.
Hindi pa rin completely worth it, hindi pa rin sulit na sulit dahil wala rin masyadong maraming bago. May ilan na mga kapirasong sinusubukan pa naming i-follow up in open hearing.
Regional equities rallying ahead of key inflation data from the world's biggest economy. Economists expect core inflation in the U.S. to hold steady at 3.2% year-on-year. Also on investors' radar, minutes from the Fed's latest monetary policy meeting, which showed a substantial majority of American central bankers supported a half-point rate cut. Here at home, the PSE index closed lower at 74.11, the third straight day of losses.
There could be some selling pressure in the short term, especially from the foreign investor side. In fact, we saw foreigners turn net sellers actually for the first time in a month yesterday, and also saw a bit of more selling from them today. So this is probably because of the recent weakness of the peso against the dollar.
In corporate news, the Aboitiz and Yuchenko groups agreed to a joint development of an expanded economic estate in Tarlac. The deal will see House of Investments incorporating its 184-hectare property in the province to Aboitiz Infracapital's Tari estate. The companies vow to develop and market the land for mixed-use purposes. Next, to Double Dragon, it held a topping-off ceremony Thursday for a new Hotel 101 branch in Cebu Province. The 548-room hotel will rise conveniently near the Mactan International Airport. Double Dragon says the hotel is completely sold out ahead of its unspecified completion date.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right, for about $50 a month, you'll get lightning fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back, but you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Plus, no contracts, no equipment fees, and our 15-day guarantee. Call now.
Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. Again, 800-555-1212. Don't wait. Call us right now.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is the perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of this show. Today, I have a very interesting, exciting guest who is a very successful female entrepreneur. And help me welcome Miss Marilu Wee. Marilu Wee is the co-owner of the successful co-owner of that very popular Chinese-Filipino restaurant in Carroll Stream named Hong Ning Restaurant. It's one of my favorite restaurants here in Chicago. And help me welcome Marilu Wee in our show. Hi, Marilu. Welcome to our show.
Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Tita V, for having me as your guest speaker, I guess. But yeah, thank you for including me in your show.
Thank you, Marilu. I invited you here today. Well, first thing, to congratulate you for the success of your entrepreneurship in restaurant business as a prominent lady owner of Hong Ning Restaurant.
Thank you.
Okay, Marilu, as the co-owner with your husband, Ernie, of Hong Ning Restaurant, you have been quite active in the community too, participating in many of our community events. All right. Now, what I want to know is what it is that makes your restaurant quite successful in our community.
I think it's because we've been in the business for so long, and even before we opened Hong Ning, it's more of like we treat our customers as family, and we try to support everyone's events such as fundraising, sports, and everything, anything that comes to mind that would help support and give back to our community.
The Hongning restaurant is really some kind of a generational ownership, which was started from your husband's from your in-laws ownership or of the name, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Which was started in the Philippines. Where did
This was started way back in my husband's family were in the restaurant food service business back in the Philippines. They had restaurant called Pinpin Restaurant in Ongpin. So when we moved to the US, the family continued the food service industry. So we all got into that, and up until now, even as the children are going into that business as well. So it's a continuing legacy from our in-laws.
Is there also a Hongning restaurant? Did I hear in Canada? Or
no, there is, but it's called. There is another restaurant from the family, but it's called Pinpin Restaurant, not Hongning.
Okay, all right, great. And the Hongning is just here in Chicago, right? Hongning.
Yes, the only Hongning restaurant that is open.
Okay, great. And all right, Mary Lou, maybe we can discuss with our viewing audience the kinds of food that you offer in your restaurant.
But probably going back to the introduction, Hongning is now solely a Filipino restaurant. It started as a Filipino Chinese, and now we're exclusive to Filipino dishes. Mostly, yes. So there's a backstory to that one, but it's a long one. But where for now, yes, we are just exclusive to Filipino. And then when we removed the Chinese dishes, we added more Filipino dishes such as inihaw. So grilled items were added, and it has become it's proven to be a good business decision. It's because most of our bestsellers are on the grilled items.
All right, very good. And your daughter, May Wee, recently opened, and I also interviewed her last week. Recently opened a bake shop or a cafe right next door to you, right?
That's right.
That's your
It's
daughter.
called Lasa. Yes, it's called Lasa Filipino Cafe and Bakery. It opened on September 14.
Oh, yeah, and congratulations. Congratulations to
Thank you,
daughter. All right. Okay. So, how do you find your Filipino clientele back there, back in the western suburbs? That's southwestern suburbs, right? In Carroll Stream.
Yes.
Also, many Chicagoans, Filipino Chicagoans, really travel a few minutes. About an hour to eat at your place. So what is it that you are offering as a restaurateur to attract that client, that Filipino clientele actually from afar?
I guess it's more of the food consistency. We cook dishes as ordered, and we make it from fresh ingredients. For Filipino community, we have outside more than that. And the secret, I guess, is that we treat everyone as a family. In fact, most of our customers started as customers and turned into good friends. So we not only establish a restaurant that caters to I would say just customers. It's now a restaurant that caters to, I would say, what we call customers that have become our family.
Great, terrific. And you, as co-owner, you're very active working inside the restaurant too. Besides engaging yourself in many community activities out there. What do you do inside?
Yes, we're really very hands-on. We try to be there most of the time. It's just because when we have, let's face it, that after pandemic, we were actually short-staffed. We kind of, my husband and I and the rest of the family filled in for those what we call the short staffing. So we became really hands-on. We felt like we liked what we did, and we had more, we felt like customers actually felt home, that we were there for them as well, and they know us as owners. We just thought that maybe being more hands-on and being there to greet customers, talk to them, and has become more an effective approach to keeping the business ongoing.
Great, thank you, Marilu. How can you describe, in a few words, your Filipino clientele, your loyal Filipino clientele?
They're very polite. They're very friendly. They're very welcoming as well. As when you approach and talk to them, they seem very interested in talking, and they seem very sincere and with their opinions, with their comments. And again, that's probably the reason why we more on the customers, we treat them, especially Filipinos, that we treat each other as friends or family.
It's because you're a friendly person, Marilu. Very friendly and welcoming.
Thank you.
Okay, how do you see your future in the restaurant business? Marilu?
To be honest, we're my husband and I are not that young anymore as when we started the business. We have started making our children, our nieces and nephews, to get involved more actively, as we are actually preparing for our retirement. Hopefully not so soon, but it will come. Probably 5 years from now, the ownership will be taken over by children or nephews and nieces. That's why my daughter opened her own bake shop. It's because slowly we're introducing them to the food industry, and maybe in 5 years they'll be taking over, as my husband and I are preparing for retirement. It's what we call reaping our the fruits of our labor.
Oh, that will be way down the road. Yeah, because you're still very young, Marilu. And so energetic. Okay. All right. Some last words to invite your customers, your Filipino clientele, to Hong Ning Restaurant.
I invite everyone to visit our restaurant located at 598 East North Avenue, Carroll Stream, as well as next door, it's my daughter's newly opened Lasa Filipino Cafe and Bakery. Please come and visit us and enjoy authentic Filipino dishes. We'll make it for you as you order, guaranteed made fresh, made out from fresh ingredients. Thank you.
All right, Marilu. I thank you for gracing our show today. And congratulations for your big success in the restaurant business. And wishing you more good luck. Okay. Thank you.
And if I may add,
Maraming salamat.
thank you. Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Bye.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very exciting, interesting, and impressive guest here today. I'm really very impressed. And his name is Dr. Alphonsus Obayawana. Oh my God. Dr. Bayawana, I can just call you a Dr. O in short. And welcome to our show, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And just to introduce Dr. O, he is a physician, a scientist, a happiness coach, and everything else. This person has such a long line of impressive bio, and he's also the author of the personal index happiness or happiness personal happiness index. All right, okay, Doctor, welcome to our show. And you're here today for this special interview about your book and about your knowledge and idea about what we call happiness. Happiness, all right, which many people don't have. And okay, so what is this personal happiness index that you wrote about?
Okay. The name of my book is The Happiness Formula.
Oh, Happiness Formula.
That is the name of the book.
Okay.
And the reason why I wrote the book, there are 4 reasons why I wrote the book. Number 1 is to share with everybody the chance discovery that I made of a very simple formula that makes it possible for us to measure happiness in anybody, in a peasant or a millionaire, objectively and subjectively, simultaneously. That's number 1. Number 2, I wanted to introduce a 12-item questionnaire called the Edo questionnaire, also known as Personal Instant Self-Assessment, PISA scale, for finding out and identifying who is flourishing or languishing, happy or unhappy, very happy or very unhappy. For the first time, this is the first time we have a scale that can interconnectically and trans-ethnically and culturally assess and quantify human hope. And I also, in the book, wanted to offer a simple daily routine for maintaining your flourishing life. And that is why the book is written. And the book, Veronica, is called The Happiness Index. And the book is called The Happiness Formula. And in it is the happiness index that we use to quantify happiness. Thank you so much.
So, doctor, okay, how were you able to measure the formula that you're talking about?
Okay. I have been in this research for a long time. In 1980, in fact, 1979, I got a US national grant to develop a way to measure human hope. Because people who don't have hope are those that take their own lives. If we could find how to measure hope, then we can identify people who are losing hope, so attention can be paid to them early enough before they start thinking of suicide. So that instrument was very successful. It was used by quite a few Fortune 500 companies like Coca-Cola and General Motors. The US Veterans Administration use it, and academic institutions were using it all over. And the other research that I did was, because hope is defined as the feeling and belief that your desire will be achieved, I was wondering then, where do desires come from? Where do our desires come from? If hope is the feeling and belief that our desires will be achieved, how do our desires arise? And I found that out. And so I had the 5 sources of human hope and how to measure hope. I have the 5 sources of human hunger. Hunger now is not just hunger for food alone. It's any compelling desire is a hunger. So I found out 5 inborn human hungers. And as I was looking at that, both of them together, and what makes us happy, then I discover a very simple formula that says hope over hunger equals happiness. Which means if your hope is high and your hunger is low, you will be happy. And in contrast, if you have overwhelming hunger and your hope is low, you will be unhappy. So that is how I found that formula. And therefore now, anybody can calculate their own happiness index by scoring their hope and scoring their hunger. You divide your hope score by your hunger score, you have your personal happiness index. Mine, for full disclosure, is 2.931. I'm in a very happy category, but I am not flourishing yet. I'm working on that. To flourish, you have to have a score of 4 or above. To be very happy, you have to have a score of 2 or above, where I am. Now, if you are unhappy, your score will be below 1.0. That's unhappy. So this is how it is. Now, clinicians, happiness coaches, can now determine the happiness of anybody. And if they improve, their score will go up too. And you can see that. So this is what this is about.
All right. How long did it take you to finish this research? And
As you know, I told you that I got the first grant in 1980.
Since 1980, you started?
Yes, in fact, 79. Yeah. And so it took me 3 decades.
A long time.
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it that you mentioned that the United States has the lowest happiness score so far?
It's not the lowest. It is getting lower and lower.
Going lower and lower, not lowest yet.
No. The
Why?
lowest, the unhappiest country in the world, according to the World Happiness Report, is Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Yes, the happiest country in the world, according to the World Happiness Report, is Finland, followed by Denmark, then followed by Iceland. Okay, and so US used to be in the first 20 happiest country in the world, and it's no longer there now. It's
No
below
longer.
that.
How about the Philippines, my country?
The Philippines, I will have to check to
You will
see.
have to check.
Yes.
Oh, we are happy people.
Oh,
We are always happy people. I'm telling you,
definitely.
should be one of the top 10.
Well, but the happiness report, World Happiness Report, they are not doing it right. So there are some problems with the way they are calculating it. I will hope they will use the PISA scale, the Edo questionnaire, in finding out the happiest country in the world. They are not doing it right at all. Because Finland, that is supposed to be a happiest country in the world, also have a high incidence of suicide. How can you be the happiest country in the world and have a high incidence of suicide?
If you're happy, you don't have, you should not have suicide.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
So there is a problem there. There is a problem. In
Happiness
fact,
is for mental.
Exactly.
Mental should come from the mind.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Okay, very good, very good. So, do you think, how thick is your book? How many pages?
Well, my book is, I try to write a book that will contain good information for people and not voluminous. So it's under 200 pages.
Very thick.
Yes. It's under 200 pages. Actually, with index and everything, it's 215 pages.
Wow. Do you think one of these days our schools will carry a subject on happiness and have reference to your books?
Well, I would hope, really, that in all schools and colleges, that the officer, the student officer, would develop and have a happiness score of all students so that they know who is below 1.0. If you are below 1.0, you are unhappy. And unhappiness should not be ignored for too long. If unhappiness lasts for 6 weeks or more, your body is telling you all is not right. And
There's
something should be, and something should be done about it. Remember now, there are many crimes, suicide, homicide, substance abuse, that start because of unhappiness. Unhappiness in one form or another, ignored, can lead to homicide, suicide, substance abuse, and many other ills in the community.
Okay,
So
as an individual.
it is good to know that your happiness index is above 1.0.
Okay, for you, for individuals like us, you and I, how do we know, or how can we measure our own happiness, and how do we know if we are really happy or not?
Well, that is what this book is about, Veronica. In this book, you know, I teach, I give workshop on happiness on university campus before COVID-19. I used to give happiness workshops. But now, that's why I wrote the book. Everything is in the book. How to measure it is in the book. How you measure your happiness index is in the book. And how to find out your calling, what your calling is, your mission in your life is in the book. So this book is, there are many books on happiness, but according to many of the reviewers, this is a book that you should have if you are a happiness seeker. The happiness formula. Yes.
Great. Dr. O, where can we pick up your book?
It's on Amazon. It's on Books A Million. It's on Barnes and Nobles. And you can read the reviews there. I'm very proud of the book, and it took me many years to write it. And,
wow. All right. Congratulations. And
so
I wish you good luck, more good luck for what you're doing. And of course, I thank you for gracing our show today. I'm really honored. Thank you for gracing our show, Dr. Oba Joanna. And
thank you very much for having me.
Keep us updated, please. All right.
All right, please.
Thank you so much for gracing our show. Bye-bye. And
bye-bye, please.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye!
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it. All of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right, for about $50 a month, you'll get lightning fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back, but you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Plus, no contracts, no equipment fees, and our 15-day guarantee. Call now.
Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. Again, 800-555-1212. Don't wait. Call us right now.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in school.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
Yeah. You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon. This is Bridget Karina Quetter bringing you this week's local news from our community.
The Illinois Department of Public Health is reminding the public that, along with fall, October brings the start of the traditional respiratory virus season. The department is urging Illinoisans to use the proven tools that can safeguard them from illnesses that typically surge during the fall and winter, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. This includes getting vaccinated to protect yourself and your family for those viral diseases if you are eligible. The department has upgraded its seasonal respiratory illness dashboard and has posted 2 new FAQ documents on its website, providing the latest guidance on vaccinations and how to get tested and treated for these seasonal illnesses. In addition, the CDC has created a new respiratory illness data channel that provides nationwide county-specific information that would be valuable for anyone planning to travel out of state. Fire Prevention Week is October 6th through the 12th, and the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services is promoting this year's campaign, Smoke Alarms, Make Them Work for You, by reminding the public about the importance of having working smoke alarms in the home. In October 2019, DCFS launched a statewide program to provide free smoke alarms to families served by the department. To date, DCFS has distributed 6,135 smoke alarms to families across Illinois, including 1,368 this year, an increase of over 470 from the same time last year. We know that smoke alarms save lives, and providing free smoke alarms to the families we serve is a simple and crucial step we can take to keep them safe in the event of a fire, said Illinois DCFS Director Heidi E. Mueller. It is also important for caregivers to test their alarms once a month and practice a fire escape plan with the children so everyone knows what to do if the alarm sounds. Cook County Department of Human Rights and Ethics Director Jennifer King announced a research partnership with Roosevelt University's Policy Research Collaborative to study the impacts of the Just Housing Amendment to the Cook County Human Rights Ordinance on housing access for Cook County residents. The JHA prohibits housing discrimination based on an individual's involvement with the criminal justice system. The research partnership is made possible by the Cook County Equity Fund with the support of Cook County President Tony Preckwinkle. Regarding the partnership, President Preckwinkle said, with over 30,000 individuals returning home from prison annually in Illinois, fair chance housing laws like JHA are increasingly important for housing equity. In Cook County, we are proud to have paved the way, and we will continue to do so by regularly assessing our challenges and successes. The research partnership launch took place at Roosevelt University with over 20 representatives of Cook County housing advocacy and nonprofit organizations that were integral to JHA's passage. Hurricane Helene's catastrophic damage spans hundreds of miles and has uprooted lives and communities forever. The American Red Cross has launched a massive response to ensure no one faces this challenging time alone. More than 1,000 Red Cross disaster responders are working around the clock with our partners to get help for those in need. Right now, our focus is on providing safe shelter, meals, emotional support, and relief supplies for people facing unimaginable destruction across Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Red Cross volunteers Jackie Special of Woodstock and Anita Zekin of Crystal Lake are driving a Red Cross emergency response vehicle to assist with disaster relief efforts in North Carolina. Statewide auto theft and carjacking prevention task force funding has led to thousands of investigations, hundreds of arrests, and millions of dollars in recovered vehicles, announced Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias, who oversees the grant program. In fiscal year 2024, the Illinois Statewide Auto Theft Task Force, ISATT, conducted 1,854 investigations and recovered 1,346 vehicles worth approximately $30 million. ISATT assisted area agencies with another 414 vehicle recoveries at an estimated worth of nearly $9 million and produced 545 auto theft-related criminal charges, 385 of which were felonies. ISATT also conducted 240 audits of businesses in the auto industry, including scrap processors and body shops, resulting in 2,247 violations and 106 referrals to Secretary of State Police for further investigation. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.
It's more fun in the Philippines.